If you're over 60, one small food choice you make today could quietly affect your heart, your digestion, and your energy tomorrow, and most people never see it coming. After 60, the body changes. Digestion slows down, medications can interact with foods, nutrients are absorbed differently, and foods that once seemed completely harmless can suddenly become a problem. Seeds are a perfect example of this. Some seeds are powerful allies for aging bodies. They support steady energy, smoother digestion, and even joint comfort. But other seeds, especially when eaten the wrong way or too often, can quietly work against you. Here's the problem. Most of us were taught that seeds are healthy, and that message is only half true. You see, certain seeds contain compounds that are very difficult for an aging digestive system to handle. Some can irritate the gut, some interfere with mineral absorption. Others might even worsen inflammation when you eat them daily without the right balance. This doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow process. It happens week by week and year by year. You might feel more bloated than before, more tired after your meals. Or you might just notice your digestion doesn't feel right anymore. And because these changes feel so gradual, they're often blamed on age itself. We think, oh, I'm just getting older. But in many cases, it's not just age. It's the daily food habits that were never adjusted for a 60-plus body. At the same time, there are other seeds that become even more valuable as we get older. Seeds that can support a healthy heart rhythm, help maintain regular, comfortable bowel movements, and gently nourish aging muscles and bones. The difference between these two groups of seeds is not obvious. They often sit side by side on the same grocery store shelf. They're mixed into the same breads, cereals, and snacks, and they're promoted in exactly the same way. That's why so many adults over 60 are unknowingly eating the wrong seeds every single day, while missing out on the ones their bodies actually need the most. Now, this video is not about fear, it's about awareness. You don't need to give up the foods you enjoy, you don't need extreme diets, and you certainly don't need complicated medical labels or a long list of confusing rules. What you do need is clarity. Clear, simple guidance that respects how the body truly works after 60. In the next part of this video, we'll calmly break down why aging bodies respond so differently to certain seeds. We'll cover the most common seed-related mistakes seniors make without even realizing it. And we'll discuss how small daily choices can make your digestion feel lighter instead of heavier. Because one of the seeds on the avoid list surprises almost everyone over 60. And one seed you may have ignored for years could be one of the most supportive foods you can eat daily. Stick around, because this information is too important to miss. Have you ever noticed that your body doesn't handle food the same way it used to? It's not a weakness, just a natural part of life. After 60, things like stomach acid and digestive enzymes can slow down, and our intestines might become more sensitive. This is especially important when we talk about something as seemingly simple as seeds. Seeds are incredible little powerhouses, designed by nature to survive tough conditions. But that means they often have hard shells, natural chemicals, and concentrated fats. When we were younger, our digestive systems could usually handle this without a problem. But for an older gut, it can be a quiet struggle. One of the biggest mistakes seniors make is eating seeds whole and dry. You know, just sprinkled on bread, tossed into yogurt, or mixed into granola. When seeds aren't softened or ground, they can pass through your system only partially broken down. This can lead to that uncomfortable bloating, gas, irregular bowel movements, and just a general feeling of heaviness after a meal. Another common slip-up is relying on healthy seed-based snacks every day. Things like seed crackers, protein bars, or those cereals packed with different seeds. While they seem good for you, these foods often combine multiple types of seeds at once. This can overload an aging digestive system with more fiber and fat than it can comfortably manage in one go. Now, don't get me wrong, fiber is essential. But after 60, too much of it, too quickly, can actually backfire. Some seeds also contain compounds that can bind to important minerals like calcium, iron, and zinc. If you eat a lot of these seeds without balancing your diet, it might reduce how well your body absorbs these nutrients, which can already be a challenge as we get older. This doesn't mean you have to give up seeds entirely. It just means that how you choose them and how you prepare them matters more than ever. So, let's talk about the seeds that seniors should be a little more careful with. The first group includes seeds that are very hard, very dry, or very small. When you eat them whole, They can sometimes irritate the intestinal lining or make constipation worse if you're already prone to it. The second group are seeds that are high in omega-6 fats without a good balance of omega-3 south in large amounts. This imbalance might actually contribute to stiffness and discomfort instead of promoting flexibility. And the third group, these are the seeds often hidden in baked goods and snack foods. They're frequently roasted at very high temperatures, which can damage their delicate fats and make them even harder for your body to process. Many adults over 60 eat these seeds every single day without even realizing it, simply because no one ever explained that an aging digestive system needs gentler support. But here's the good news. There are other seeds that are absolutely fantastic after 60. These seeds are naturally easier to digest. They soften well, provide steady energy, and contain the types of healthy fats that our hearts and joints really appreciate as we age. They also help support regularity without being harsh, which is especially important for seniors who might drink less water or take medications that can slow digestion. This brings us to another mistake: ignoring portion size. Even with the healthiest seeds, it's not about eating them by the handful. Think spoonfuls, not handfuls. After 60, more isn't better. Better is better. The timing of when you eat them matters too. Seeds eaten late at night might just sit heavily in your stomach, while eating them earlier in the day with plenty of fluids usually feels much gentler. None of this is about strict, complicated rules. It's all about awareness. When you understand which seeds to limit, how to prepare them carefully, and which ones to enjoy daily, your body often responds very quickly. Digestion feels calmer, energy levels feel steadier, and your meals become satisfying instead of tiring. In the next part of our video, we're going to dive into practical, realistic habits you can start using right away. We'll show you simple, gentle steps to safely include the right seeds in your diet. Prepare them perfectly for an aging gut and avoid those common traps that can quietly work against your health. All right, let's shift our focus. Instead of talking about what to fear, let's talk about what to do. The habits I'm about to share are simple, realistic, and designed for real life after 60. There are no extremes here, no complicated rules, just steady, supportive steps you can take today. First, let's talk about habit number 1. Choose soft, digestible seeds and prepare them gently. After 60, your body responds best to seeds that soften easily and break down well. Think of things like ground flaxseed, soaked chia seeds, and whole hemp seeds. These don't require strong stomach acid to give you their benefits, but preparation is the key. Never, ever eat these seeds hard and dry. Always soften or grind them first. For example, ground flaxseed should be finely milled. Whole flax seeds often pass right through your system, and you miss out on all the good stuff. Chia seeds should always be soaked for at least 20 to 30 minutes in water, milk, or yogurt. This lets them form a gel, which makes them super gentle on your stomach and intestines. Whole hemp seeds are naturally soft, so you can eat them as ease, but still, start small. Begin with just 1 teaspoon a day. Give your body a few days to adjust, then slowly increase to 1 tablespoon if it feels comfortable. This slow, gentle approach matters more than most people realize. Next is habit number 2. Limit hard, dry, or hidden seeds, especially in processed foods. This is one of the most overlooked issues for seniors. Those seeds baked into crackers, breads, or snack bars. They're often roasted at high heat, which makes them harder to digest and less helpful for an aging body. Hard seeds, like sesame, pumpkin, or sunflower seeds, can also be problematic if you eat them whole and dry every day. This doesn't mean you have to avoid them forever. It just means they should be an occasional treat, and you should soften or grind them first. If you love pumpkin or sunflower seeds, choose the unsalted kind and soak them in water for a few hours before you eat them. Chew them really well. Just avoid eating them straight from the bag. Also, be careful with multi-seed breads and cereals. They often cram a lot of hard seeds together, which can create a real digestive burden. Just read the labels calmly. You don't have to eliminate everything. Simply don't make these foods a daily habit. Let's move to habit number 3. Balance your seed intake with plenty of fluids and pay attention to timing. Seeds need water. Without enough fluid, even the healthiest seeds can lead to constipation or discomfort. As we age, our thirst signals can get weaker, so drinking enough has to be intentional. Whenever you eat seeds, make sure you pair them with water, tea, or milk. not soda, and not alcohol. The best time to eat seeds is in the morning or midday when your digestion is most active and you're moving around. Avoid eating seeds late at night, especially right before bed. At night, your digestion slows down, and those seeds might just sit heavily in your stomach and mess with your sleep. A simple rule works wonders: seeds with breakfast or lunch only. This one change can improve your comfort within days. Habit number 4 is to use seeds to support your meals, not replace them. A common mistake is treating seeds like medicine and taking a huge amount all at once. Seeds work best when they're supportive foods sprinkled in here and there. Add some soaked chia to your oatmeal. Mix ground flax into your yogurt or soup. Top your vegetables with a small spoonful of hemp seeds. This method gently spreads the fiber and healthy fats across your meal, which reduces digestive stress. Also, try to avoid mixing multiple types of seeds at once. One type per meal is plenty. Remember, for an aging body, consistency is much more valuable than intensity. A small amount every day is far better than a large amount once in a while. Finally, habit number 5. Watch how your body responds and adjust without fear. Every single body is unique. You might tolerate certain seeds better than others, so after you eat, just pay attention. Not with worry, but with curiosity. How do you feel? Lighter or heavier? Comfortable or bloated? If a certain seed causes discomfort, simply reduce the amount or change how you prepare it. If that doesn't help, just set it aside for a while. This isn't failure, it's wisdom. You're not trying to follow a trend, you're supporting your own body. You don't need any special tracking apps for this. Just a simple mental note: your comfort is the best guide, and a calm reminder about those avoid seeds. Some seeds are just too harsh for daily use after 60. This includes very small, hard seeds eaten whole, and seeds hidden in dry, processed snacks. These seeds aren't evil, but they aren't ideal as daily habits for aging digestion. Limiting them creates space for gentler, more supportive foods, and that simple shift is often what leads to better digestion, steadier energy, and a lot less discomfort after meals. In our final part, we'll bring all of this together. We'll talk about reassurance, about hope, and about why it is never too late to support your health with these small, steady changes. Have you spent years, maybe even decades, eating seeds the wrong way? If so, just take a slow, deep breath. I want you to know that nothing is broken, nothing is ruined. The human body is incredibly forgiving, even after 60. What it needs most right now isn't perfection, but kindness and consistency. A lot of seniors I talk to believe that if they didn't start healthy habits when they were younger, there's no point in starting now. That single belief quietly steals so much motivation. And here's the truth: it simply isn't true. Your digestive system can respond surprisingly quickly to gentler treatment. We're talking days, sometimes just a few weeks. This happens when hard-to-digest foods are softened before you eat them, when your portions become more reasonable, when your meals start to feel lighter and energizing instead of heavy and draining. These small adjustments really do add up over time. You don't need to memorize long, complicated lists of rules. All you need are a few steady principles to guide you. First, choose seeds that soften easily, like chia or flax. Prepare them with care. Soak them. Grind them. Try to eat them earlier in the day, not right before bed. Always pair them with fluids, like water, or adding them to a smoothie. And finally, keep your portions modest. That's really it. This whole approach respects the reality of aging. Without being afraid of it, it also respects your enjoyment of food. Food should still be satisfying, comforting, and familiar. There is absolutely no need to eliminate everything you love from your diet. The key is to simply shift what becomes a daily habit versus what becomes an occasional treat. Many seniors notice that when their digestion feels calmer, other things in their life start to improve too. Their energy lasts longer through the afternoon. Meals no longer cause that sluggish, heavy feeling, and their body just feels more cooperative instead of resistant. This isn't about chasing youth, it's about supporting your comfort, your independence, and your overall quality of life. And believe me, it is never ever too late to start doing that. If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by all the conflicting health advice out there, you are not alone. Most of the information you see online isn't designed for aging bodies. Honestly, it's designed for clicks. What truly works for us after 60 is much simpler. It's slower. It's more thoughtful. When you give your body foods it can actually break down and use, it often responds with a kind of quiet gratitude. So, I encourage you to start small. Focus on one new seed habit at a time. Make one gentle adjustment and see how you feel. There is no deadline here, there is no pressure. There is just a steady, peaceful path forward. If this message has helped you see food in a different light, I hope you'll stay curious. There are so many simple ways to support your body as it ages without resorting to fear or extremes. And please, remember this above all else. Your body is not your enemy. It has been working tirelessly for you for decades. Now, it's just asking for a little extra care in return. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you found this helpful, please consider subscribing for more gentle health tips.